Well, it's the Taoiseach, the Taoiseach, or Minister Bruton might be best placed to answer this question. It relates to the proposed prospecting for use of the Mourne Mountains as a nuclear storage area by the UK nuclear authorities. My understanding is that the Scottish Assembly ruled out such deep geological storage of nuclear waste in their area, that the Northern Ireland Assembly agreed, and yet it's uncertain as to what the parties in government in Northern Ireland, how exactly or why they did that. It's one of the details I think we should try and seek and find out. But we, under the ESPO Convention, and indeed a whole range of other conventions about boundary and transboundary effects, have a real interest. The mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea, but they also sweep down right to our waters and areas. What steps or what contacts have the government had with the UK authorities? What legislative or other measures will they intend taking to protect the people, not just of Louth and the wider? This is material there for millennia. What, if anything, are we doing about that?
Deputy Peter Fitzpatrick on the same matter.
Thank you very much. Taoiseach, fear is spreading rapidly in my home county of Louth that the UK government are considering dumping hazardous waste in the Mourne Mountains on the border of County Louth. Taoiseach, we must nip this in the bud straight away. The UK Government Radioactive Waste Management Group are presently looking for suitable properties in Northern Ireland to take hazardous waste, and the Mourne Mountains are believed to be an outlet waste. Taoiseach, you more than anybody else will realise that Louth had a fair share of problems due to hazardous waste with the Sellafield right across the sea. This is not acceptable. I hope this is not happening because Northern Ireland has no government for the past 2 years. At present, Secretary of State for Northern Ireland, Colin Bradley, and civil servants are keeping the government, the departments operational, and even today are looking for more power, including appointing a Northern Ireland Attorney General, also the Children and Young People Commission, as well as members of the Victim and Survivors Commission and the Livestock and Meat Commission. Taoiseach and Taoiseach, please help County Louth at the moment.
All right,
we had Sellafield for years. The last thing we want to do is have hazardous waste in the mountains of the Mourne beside us.
Taoiseach.
Briefly, Count Curler, we are aware of this story and are following it closely with some concern. I'll be meeting Karen Bradley later on this week, and I'll certainly raise the issue with her. But I think we need more details in relation to it. But I certainly take the concern of both colleagues on board.